About 6 months ago, I highlighted Wild Libram Paladin. In the past 6 months, the deck has gone through a handful of changes, and that is because of some nerfs and some buffs, which I will go over in a second. But first, for the nerfs, we of course have the Flickering Light Bot. This used to cost 3 mana way back in the day, aka 6 months ago. It is now 5 mana, and this increase in mana turns out it was a little too much for Wild, and our adorable little mech friend no longer makes the list. The other card that was nerfed into the ground was Holy Glow Sticks. The mana was not changed for this one, but Holy Glow Sticks back in the day used to be able to go to your opponent's face. It can unfortunately only go to minions now, so without that additional reach of damage, this also met the same fate as Flickering Lightbot and no longer makes an appearance in the newer Libram Paladin deck lists. And now for the cards that were buffed that made the deck maybe even better than it was back then, we have Prismatic Beam. This is a very powerful AoE spell. It's a 7 mana, deal 3 damage to all enemies. This includes the enemy's face, costs 1 less for each enemy minion. This used to cost 8, now it's back down to its original 7. And we also have Showdown. Showdown also saw the same treatment as Beam, went down a mana, used to be 3, now it's 2. It's a very powerful effect. You summon 3/3/3 outlaws with rush for both you and your opponent, and if you are keen on synergies, this fills your board with 3/3s, so then you could then Prismatic Beam them away from your opponent, and you are left with a total of 9/9 of power out for just a measly 2 mana. Incredibly powerful synergy, and honestly is a big reason why Paladin is so powerful in Wild. Another key difference from the older list that I shared way back when is this list does showcase a legendary. It's a little less budget minded, but in the scheme of Wild, this is still a fairly budget list. And we run the Sunsapper Lynessa. Sunsapper Lynessa has proven to be incredibly powerful historically in Standard, and in Wild she is especially powerful because it allows you to double up on things like Libram of Divinity as well as your Libram of Wisdoms, so you get a bunch of damage which you can then funnel into a late game charger like Chillblade Champion to finish the opponent off with a ton of face damage. And that is pretty much the new and maybe improved Libram Paladin deck list. I had a pretty good record with this deck. I am all the way up to Diamond 1. I'm just a step away from Legend. So if you are looking for a deck that climbs pretty quickly on a relatively small budget, I highly recommend this deck list, which I will leave in the description down below. But with all that being said, if you enjoy Hearthstone content like this, please consider subscribing and help out the channel a ton. But let's get into some games. We have a Paladin opponent of our own. Are they maybe more of an aggressive one like me? Or are they more of a Holy Wrath situation? Either way, we don't really want Rebuke, I don't think. We really just want to like find our early tempo. Don't need our mid-game board clear. We don't need, yeah. Find the early game. Operation, find the early game. We are playing an aggressive deck. That is not early game. We need to find Crystology.
I see you've brought guests.
Or even just like an Aldor Attendant. Big Murloc Shaman. Paladin, rather. My hand is bad. Yeah, this hand is... Actually, they're Murlocs, so I have the combo, so I win. Good game, opponent. Good game, well played. We all tried. You're gonna flood the board real bad, and oh, perfection. Double Attendant. Just how I drew it up. Go ahead and end that turn. Look at my opponent trying to play their Murlocs before they get nerfed into the ground. Okay, okay. I hear you, I respect you. Let's go with another Aldor. And might as well
I cannot read them.
throw this out. And now we can start doing our Libram stuff. Yeah, make a 3/3. And we will end the turn. So that's likely going to bump into there. Yeah. We'll see. I feel no rush this game because I have the busted combo. Which I will likely deploy next turn. Yeah. Good luck, opponent. Yep, that is all she wrote. And you know what? Just to make sure you're nice and comfy, I'm just going to do that cold feet and just really pull far ahead. You seem to like to play minions. So they can play a 0 mana minion if they want. Okay, small time recruits is what they go for, and a hero power. I will go with a Starslicer, perfect top deck by the way. Draw my minions. I mean, like, things are looking good, I must say. Maybe this can draw me that. Okay. Let's just, you know, let's keep my board nice and healthy and just do a bit of shoving. I'm gonna wait until these are 0 mana to start deploying them. Maybe cheese out some Wind Fury. End the turn. It's 4 AM. Good luck with the stream. Oh my goodness. It is not 4 AM here, believe me. I like to think I'm a little bit more sane than staying up till 4 AM playing Libram Paladin. It's an awesome combo. The awesome combo of Showdown, Beam. Yeah, it's a pretty inventive combo. My opponent is doing the combo of playing directly into another Beam, which I do greatly appreciate. I don't need it. I'd rather this target a minion I already have out. This needs to target it to draw a card, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's just hit him with the beam. Hit that Murloc right there. And then just go absolutely crazy on these guys. Get some Wind Fury, why not? Ooh, swing and a miss. That's okay. I'll just settle for exact lethal. Yeah. Librams might be a little better than the quest. In Wild, the quest is completely fine. And honestly, in Standard, it might also be fine, but there was enough Reddit posts, so it needs to go. Get it out of here.
Uther versus Gul'dan.
Is this opponent on discard Warlock? Or is it another Renathal Enjoyer? Do I keep Myrmidon Adaptation? I don't think so. I think I'm looking for my Libram nonsense. My weapon, my Cold Feet, potentially? No. Let's go with Aldor. And I'm actually going to coin out Crystology. Draw last. LOL. Okay.
Move quickly.
Is there any legendaries from the past couple years that I recall enjoying? My favorite legendaries from the most previous years. That's a great question. I really liked, I mean, if you go back to my videos, Saroon. It feels like a cop-out answer at this point, but boy golly did I mess with Saroon heavy. I
wonder.
Do I cold feet my opponent? They're so dependent on... They're so dependent on minions.
Move quickly.
Yeah, I feel like I just need to buy myself a turn. And... let's... soften up their 1-3. Other legendaries I've enjoyed recently. I'm trying to recall what decks I've played recently. Am I seriously gonna go to my YouTube channel to look at decks I have played in the past that I've enjoyed? Alright, back to the game. Hold on, I'm getting carried away. They played the location. That's perfectly playing around.
I cannot wait to read these.
And let's also draw my weapon for the next turn and buff up my 2/4, or buff up to a 2/4. I really like Nightmare Lord Xavius. I feel like that's a really elegant way to give every class a good access to like a tutor, but like not feeling too crazy strong. I just feel like that's like such an elegant card. Rebuke. Okay. Let's go with a knight. Box into their 2/3. Draw some more cards. Really open to finding a Lightray. We did find a Lightray. Is it cheap enough yet? It is. Perfection. Okay. We're back in the game. So yeah, Nightmare Lord Xavius. Really like that card. For as like Nexus Prince Shafar, oddly enough, like before it was nerfed into Oblivion, I did kind of enjoy that card. Like the Hunter Shafar deck was absolutely broken, but like the Rogue version was actually like super interesting. I've never seen a deck really play like that before. So I thought that was pretty cool. Other decks that I enjoyed
Let the dead rest.
was things like, honestly, Hero Power Druid. I'm just like naming all the decks everybody hates, but like both of those decks were interesting, and we've never really seen anything like it before. I have a 12-15. My opponent needs to kill me. Because I have a Chillblade Champion next turn that's going to absolutely body them if they do not deal with me.
It's still good.
Okay, that's a way to deal damage.
No, don't. It's still good.
Another one. Okay, okay. We're getting there. All of them went to my... Okay.
Small in size.
Oh.
Huge in evil.
I think we're good. I think we're chilling. Shafar brings back good memories with Arena. Arena Shafar seems really interesting. That'd be a really tough deck to build. I think that was more why I was impressed with Shafar. The Shafar Rogue deck, that is. It's just like, it felt like really good deck building. It was very interesting. Reminded me of like spell slinger strategies and magic. And we just like have never really seen much of anything like that in Hearthstone, it feels like. Like there was like, exactly, oh, by the way, there was like Mana Worm Mage decks way back when, but like the spell slinging archetype is really designated to like Casino Mage or just like spell generation, random spell generation, LOL random funny decks. While Shafar was like spell-based combo aggro deck. It's pretty neat. But it did need to get nerfed because it might have been too good. But it was cool.
Uther versus Tyrande.
Oh, you're excited for
Fight with honor.
them to hit Murloc Paladin, Menagerie, Hog, Wilted, and Low. Like, that's kind of where I'm coming from. Is like, that's a lot of decks to hit. And like, I feel like every time that they hit so many decks, the meta that results in it, like the first initial days are pretty cool, but once the dust settles, it's just the same thing, right? Like, I don't know. It just feels like it's people get bored, they get angry that they're facing the same 3 decks, they nerf the 3 decks, then 3 other decks replace it, and then we repeat the process. But I'd be very happy to be wrong. Much like I'm very happy to be drawing Aldor ×2. Huge.
Wait to read these.
Brittlebone Buccaneer, I'm very surprised it lasted as long as it did. I very much enjoy playing with that card. I think it's one of the most fun cards I've ever played with in recent Hearthstone. Because, like, that's the kind of card death rattle strategies I feel like have been missing for a long time. Just something to make them stickier and just, like, to keep up with the power level of battle cries. But again, like, I get why the nerfs happened. The general testament of Hearthstone, especially Standard, has been kind of low recently. So, I'm not too terribly surprised that they are shaking up the game this much. I just really hope that it makes the community as a whole happy. You think Protoss Priest and Quest Warrior will be #1s post-patch? That'd be cool. I mean, Protoss Priest plays like a really solid control deck, tons of value. Same story with Warrior. It's a pretty cool design. Can I draw a Prismatic Beam? That'd be cool. No. But yeah, those decks are like, you know, they're neat. I think people will quickly figure out that once Quest Warrior is good, they actually don't like to play against it. But there is a chance that people might actually enjoy. I think it's one of those decks that people wish it was good so they could play it, but not so that their opponents can play it, if that makes sense. That turn was insane, by the way. That felt nice. That being said, my next turn looks a little suspect. I need to draw another one of these would be great. Or it'd be fine. Myrmidon would be amazing. They're gonna need to do a bit of trading. But I think I'm liking our odds. do you play more wild than standard? Honestly, recently I've been playing a lot more wild. And if I need to be really honest with you, I've been playing a lot of Battlegrounds. So the Battlegrounds changes for my Battlegrounds enjoyers out there look pretty cool. Let's buff this fella up. I'm very far away from those costing 0, so I don't feel really too terrible about making a 4/4. But between wild and standard, I would say wild more so. Standard, I've played Murloc Paladin a bit just to see if the deck is good. Was going to make a video on it. Going to pump the brakes on that. Maybe I'll make a video like, is it still good? Played a bit of Menagerie Death Knight. That deck I love so much, so them nerfing it into the ground makes me big sad. Much like my opponent is about to be big sad from how much value I'm going to get from this fella. And this draws 0 cards, and this draws a weapon. Don't mind if I do. I've been thinking about getting to Wild. I like the idea of not knowing what deck you'll play against every game. Standard just becomes so rinsed with the same stuff every game. Slight caveat. Wild definitely does have a meta. Like, you'll be playing against a lot of like Libram Paladin, Shadow Priest, but I do also think that you're correct that the meta is a lot more varied in Wild. So I think you're dead on there. That Wild definitely brings a lot more variety, but there still are the common offenders. But like the list is pretty long. Like you have Hostage Mage. I've been seeing a lot more warriors, like Control Warrior, honestly. Big Shaman, of course. Discard Warlock is the deck to beat, pretty much. So yeah, actually there's quite a bit of variety in the format right now.
Come, pray with me.
My opponent is trying to slay me, which I don't appreciate. This draws Libram of Clarity, which I do desperately need because I need the champ. Give me the champ. Heck yeah. So we have a champ, and I do want both of my Librams back. Smack into there, and let's just tuck my opponent away with a big old Chill Fallen and draw 0 cards with my Crystology for dominance. But yeah, I would say if you're going to Wild for variety, it's a good goal. Also, like, there's a handful of budget decks, this one specifically, pretty budget-minded. The only legendary is Sunsapper Lynessa, and if you're coming from Standard, Sunsapper, you might already have in your collection, and if you do, this deck is dirt cheap. Discard Warlock, also dirt cheap. The only legendary is the Solarium, and that is in the core set right now. So, honestly, not a bad time to get into Wild. Considering that there's 3,000 cards between neutral and class cards, there'd be a lot of creativity. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of room for brewing when your card pool is this big. And I think you will run into a lot of meta decks, but you will also run into a lot of brewers and just people trying out new things. Or you'll run into people like me jamming stock Libram Paladin. Another Paladin opponent.
All will shine on the dance floor.
I will fight with honor.
Used your Beast Hunter deck and legitimately went like 120 and 30 from Bronze to Legend. I heard a lot of people mess with that deck a lot, and everybody else had much greater success than I did. 120 and 30 is an insane win rate. That deck is also a ton of fun. Really curious what kind of shape it's in. Did they get anything from the new expansion? Like, surely they got something from Unguro. Like, during the original Unguro, Beast Hunter was the love of my life. Yeah, that is an insane win rate. Didn't get anything from the new set. Beautiful. Not even a crackling Razor Maw. I can dream. Let's go Crystology. And I'm not going to get these guys out. I would rather coin out the weapon. That's so sad that Beast Hunter didn't get anything from Unguro. Like, I don't think they did either. Which is kind of depressing. They just played a trapdoor spider right in my face. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh wait, they're gonna play like the drinks on this, and it's gonna like clear my board. Ooh. I replaced Fetch and Direwolf Alpha with 2 Jeweled Macaws. Oh, okay. Because you needed 1-drops. I don't hate that. It did feel like if you didn't draw your really not so plentiful 1-drops, you were kind of struggling a little bit, so I don't mind that. What could this be? Well, first things first, let's smack into that. And it was a redemption. No problem. We will throw our 1/1 into the spider. Play Aldor. Start drawing our cards. And let's play another Aldor. So, our Librams cost nothing. Yeah, I might need to give that idea of Beast Hunter a shot. Because as much as I love Direwolf Alpha, it was probably the worst card in the deck. With all due respect to the Direwolf. Ooh. Not bad. Not a bad roll for my opponent. And then they're gonna crash in with their weapon. Let's see what I can do. So I definitely want to draw
I cannot read them.
Libram of Divinity. If this is Oh My Yogg, this is going to be awkward. Oh, it's Never Surrender. Okay. I don't care about that. And then just double up on that. Draw way too many cards. And I have some Librams left.
I cannot read them.
This will allow me to crash through. And good luck, opponent. That's all I got. That's all I got, opponent. You have Call to Arms. I have whatever the heck that turn just was. So, not sure how that stacks up. Oh, they're going to have Showdown Beam. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good rebuttal. My board is still huge, so it might still not be enough, which is absolutely insane to say. Okay. And then they play Beam. Okay. And I have a 6-3 and an 8-5 still. And 8 plus 7 is 15. A little quick math for you. And that is a Crystology. I think it's actually worth it more to Myrmidon, so that's going to be a draw 3. I will likely be able to draw into something good.
Let me think. The plane of water.
So let's go ahead and just do that real quick. So I did draw Beam, but that's not... Actually, no, it's totally good enough. No, I would need 1 more mana. So I do think I need to clear here because of rush value.
I must move quickly.
But I will still draw some cards with this guy. And let's go with health. And let's just, I guess, instrument tech as well. Just get another body out there. Not bad. Played Beast Hunter for 10 hours a day. For only 2 days. Okay, that's respectable. If it was like for a week, we may need to, like, you know, check up on you more, but you'll be fine. Didn't even know if they were nerfing Aegis of Light. Yeah, they buffed. That's exactly what I'm saying. They buffed the absolute crap out of Imbue, and then they had to nerf it. Would you believe it? How's it going, Zeal? Glad you got to catch a stream. You are just in time to see me. Yeah, just, you know, do one of these numbers, and I'm just gonna keep on, you know, do it again, just in case my opponent didn't get the message. There you go, one more for good measure, and clean up the Call to Arms Paladin. Clean, pretty clean, not bad.